I'm really getting any focused on anything, so let me just share a thought with you this morning, just for a little while. In Acts chapter number 7, as you well know, that's that tremendous sermon that Stephen preached. And I don't want to preach on that sermon or anything like that, what a tremendous sermon it was, but I'd just like to pull a thought from there this morning and share with you about the eternal God that we serve this morning. Now, in Acts chapter number 7, as Stephen was preaching, he went all the way from Abraham clear to Jesus in that sermon. What a sermon it must have been. But he began to talk about Moses and how Moses had killed the Egyptian. You know the story. And then he had came down, and then he was talking about explaining all the things that Moses went through. And then in verse number 30, he makes this statement. He said, "And when 40 years were expired, there appeared to him in the wilderness of Mount Sinai an angel of the Lord in a flame of fire in a bush. When Moses saw it, he wondered at the sight, and as he drew near to behold it, the voice of the Lord came unto him, saying, I am the God of thy fathers, the God of Abraham, and the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. Then Moses trembled and durst not behold." You'll find that episode that took place with the burning bush. You go back to Exodus chapter number 3, and it goes into all the detail that took place when Moses had that experience there in the wilderness with the burning bush. Now, you come on up through the scriptures, and you'll find that at least twice Jesus made reference to that. He made reference to it in the gospel according to Mark. He also made reference to that burning bush in the gospel of Luke. And then we find that Stephen, in that tremendous sermon he preached there in chapter number 7, you'll find he also goes back and makes mention of the burning bush. Now, I've always said, brother, when you read something in the Word of God, when it's mentioned once, it's really important. When it's mentioned twice, it's really, really important. When it's mentioned 3 times, it's really, really, really important. So I believe there's some good things that we can draw. I look at that burning bush this morning, that just about our eternal God, how He can take care of us, how He took care of the children of Israel, how He can take care of you and I in the day and time that we're living in even right now. And how you go back in time, and God chose just a small little old nation to be His own nation, to be His chosen generation, to be His own people, the nation of Israel. Ladies and gentlemen, He didn't pick the biggest, He didn't pick the strongest. He just went